Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I've got another markdown shopping video for you guys, so come along with me and see what deals we get this week. So this section here had some markdown to bully, which would be good, but I didn't need that on this day that I went shopping. The celery was pretty cheap. I probably should have bought that and chopped that up and put it in the freezer, but I didn't quite think of it at the time. This corn I don't think is actually a decent markdown because it's only 3 ears of corn and it was for almost $3. I don't think it's that cheap. Now, this spicy carrot dip seemed interesting, but I didn't pick it up. Vegan chicken tenders. I try to stay away from vegan meats because it's normally really high in sodium, but those who love it probably should stock up on that. The coconut yogurt was also marked down, but again, we didn't pick it up because we didn't have a need for it on this particular day. I have started to see a lot of these vegan meats go on sale, so if this is something you eat, you might want to keep an eye out for markdowns. They've got a lot of deli meat markdowns as well, which I've noticed. I didn't pick them up again because I'm trying to cut back on my processed meats. But I think Sonia mentioned last week these would be good to put in the freezer to make pasta, which is a fantastic idea. Now, I didn't end up getting much. I just got some butter because I need that for home. My partner wanted to try that cereal at the back there that you guys can see because it was half price. Onions were $2.50, but I did pick up this potato salad for $1.80. I like having that on the side for my main meals. This cereal here, I just wanted to comment, I did try it. It kind of just tastes like a cheaper version of Fruit Loops. So I don't recommend this cereal and my partner doesn't quite like it as well. Now, some of these deals are actually pretty good. The mushrooms were heavily marked down. Bean sprouts were also heavily marked down, but they were a bit too bruised for my liking. With every markdown video, sometimes you'll see some good deals and sometimes you'll see some terrible markdown deals. So this is an example here. These are items that I would never pay for at that price because don't forget, when you're buying markdown items, they are close to their best before date. So I expect heavy discounts for items that are close to their best before date. If you hear a little bit of snoring in the background, I do apologize in advance. That's my little dog. He's sleeping right next to me as I film this voiceover for you guys. This honey soy noodle kit looked interesting. Maybe I'll grab that next time when it's a bit more discounted. These family coleslaws I think are quite handy, especially if you want to make a quick salad or if you want to chuck that into stir fry, but I prefer it to be a bit more discounted, but that's just my personal preference. These carrots and broccoli florets I actually don't think is a good deal because there's so much carrot in there and carrot is such a cheap veggie. These baby pumpkins were so adorable, but I didn't have a need for it, so I popped that back. This sponge cake was really cheap, but my calories did not need that, so I popped that back as well. I always love going to the deli section to see what's marked down because sometimes they have some really good deals. My favorite would be the truffle brie cheese. When I got that on markdown, it was so delicious, but I was only able to pick that up once, so I'm hoping to see that again. These pies, I think at some point I got for 50 cents or 90 cents, which was really good. Organic oat milks, I don't really drink that, so I kind of just filmed that for you guys to have a look at. The tomato and basil soup was also marked down. I'm not a huge fan of buying pre-made soups unless I'm really desperate. This pre-cooked meal wasn't marked down enough for my liking, but I am a fan of the pre-cooked meals because when they are heavily discounted, I like to put them in the freezer and it's so useful for nights where I just don't want to cook, so I can just pop it in the microwave. I'm back at Woolies to check out some more marked down goodies. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. As I've mentioned before, markdowns are very hit and miss. You're never guaranteed a great deal, but sometimes there are some great gems here. So these milk and juice, the apple juice is quite cheap, I think, but I didn't pick that up because I'm trying to cut back on sugar as well. Now, I just wanted to remind you guys, when you go markdown shopping, please don't forget to compare the price with the weight. So you need to work out how much it costs per kilo or per milliliter to make sure you're getting a great deal. So here are some cheaper options as well, but you've got to check the weight and to see if you actually need that product for the day or the next couple of days, because a lot of these markdown items you need to use straight away, or you need to at least pop it in the freezer. There's some markdown strawberry milk, as you can see, some more vegan friendly things, I believe. This $1 corn, I actually had a look at it, but I didn't end up picking it, but this cucumber definitely went into the trolley. Now looking back as I filmed the voiceover for this video, I probably should have picked up more on this day. I was in a bit of a rush though, so I just grabbed a few things. I did pick this Asian style salad kit, which was really good, especially for the price, but I probably should have picked up some of that organic slaw for 60 cents because I could have just tossed that into a little stir fry. The spinach was also really cheap. I didn't have a need for it on that day though, so I put that back, but that would have been really easy just to add into like some stews or pasta to get some extra greens in. Back at Coles to share some markdown deals that I was eyeing out. I think those are egg whites on the right. I don't know what that is, pumpkin and ginger soup or some sort. And some soy milk, some soups again. Pre-cooked southern fried chicken and roast potatoes, that looked good. Chili brie cheese, which I really like, but it wasn't discounted enough for my liking. But I did pick up this at Woolies, some Gippsland apple pie yogurt. It was marked down to 81 cents. It was an amazing deal because this is my favorite flavor of yogurt as well. So I was blessed to have my favorite flavor and have it on discount as well. I must admit, I always pop by the shops after the gym just to film content for you guys. And this is probably something that I really look forward to. So on days where I can't be bothered going to the gym, in my head, I'm just thinking, just go to the gym and then you can go and have a look around for some markdowns after. I just thought that's a bit funny, but I'll share that with you guys because it is true. Okay, back at Coles, I've got some crackers here that I can see are marked down, but not discounted enough. Again, I've popped that back. Now, this pizza, I don't normally eat pizza often, but that looked like a reasonable discount. These apples were also discounted. Now, this is an example where I think it's not cheap because it's only 375 grams. Now, these beef patties, I actually don't think this is cheap either. I prefer making my own beef patties for burgers, but I thought I'll just share what I see in store for you guys. Again, I don't think that's cheap enough, so I popped it back. There's some pet food on discount. This beef mince is okay, but I didn't need that, so I popped that back. And I tried to look for the discount label for this, but $2, that's a no for me. Hi guys, I've got a little markdown haul for you and I've got a story, so stay tuned for that. I grabbed some baby cukes for 60 cents marked down. I got this Asian style salad kit, which was $6.50, marked down to $1.30. Grabbed some booch because it is a hot day and we were craving a fizzy drink, but we also wanted something low in sugar, so we grabbed a wild berry kombucha. It was 40% off as well. Donuts, these were marked down to $3.68. Now, this scanned as full price when I got to the register, and then when I called them over to tell them their Woolies policy, which is if the product scans incorrectly, you're supposed to get the product for free. Now, the lady said to me that that policy doesn't apply because this bit of the barcode scanned up. Now, that is correct, guys, but try to push back on this when this happens, because I know a few of you guys have messaged me in the comments saying that they don't give you guys a free product when it's a markdown item. Simply explain to them that because the old price scanned through, had you gone home, you would have paid the wrong price anyway. So they should be giving you the product for free. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments and I'll try to explain it to you guys again. You're not guaranteed the product, but I've had a pretty good success when I push back on it with my reasoning. Let me know how it goes for you guys. And if you had any other experiences with this, let me know as well. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Because guys, at the end of the day as a customer, you're going in to shop for your products. It is not your job to make sure the barcodes are stuck onto the product correctly. That is the job of their staff members.